I spent over 18 years in foster care, and those years shaped the rest of my life. Currently, I get to work with young consultants who have lived experience in foster care. What I do professionally now means obviously a lot more than maybe to other people that do this work because I was raised in foster care. I was in placement where I wasn't with a family, I was with other people from foster care. I was mainly there because there weren't any licensed foster homes for me at the time. And I absolutely had no one. Even my caseworkers changed. And I don't talk about this part very often because it was a time in my life where I really lost all hope. Something huge was missing. You know, I had just accepted that I would be searching for people for the rest of my life that would accept me.
To say it was love at first sight, I don't know. I just know that I wanted to meet him. I know once I met him, I wanted to be around him. And then I found myself not wanting to spend a day without him.
Hasn't always been smooth sailing. There's been trials and tribulations, but through those, I think we have a stronger relationship.
Being gay, I think our definition of family is a little bit different anyway. I think in the process of developing friendships and relationships prior to coming out, you kind of pick and choose who your family is. I've often tried to push that into the foster care field as well, that it doesn't necessarily matter if there is a legal adoption. It's about permanencies that you develop along the way. It's about relationships. It's about having those. Yes, having the documentation, having the legalization is bonus, but it's really about the pick and choose of who you choose and let into your heart. You structure your own family.
I met Clay originally through an internship that I had, and then as my professional career developed, we kept crossing paths through our work. And each time he would take time away from the work part of it and engage with me as a mentor. And having never met my biological father, he was an example of just a strong man that I'd never met before, and I had so much respect for him.
Our relationship was building not only as employer-employee, but as well as those familial bonds.
As the years progressed, he introduced me to Brian, who is his husband. Throughout the years, our relationships progressed in very different ways because we would do different things together. And when I couldn't afford to travel for the holidays, they invited me to spend the holidays with them so I wouldn't spend it alone. And you just get to know people on a very personal level, and I never felt like an outsider, which is always something I think that even alumni of foster care feel if they don't have a family that they're connected to. You're always reminded of not having family around the holidays or your birthday and special days like Mother and Father's Day. It was Father's Day brunch, but no pressure for me because they're not my dads, they were my mentors. So I was just showing up for the breakfast and the fellowship before church. And so I went, and I knew Natea Nathan would probably be there too. We all sat together like we normally do, but it felt different because Clay and Brian were a little quieter. And so I knew something was up, but not until Brian had started by saying, we have some news that we want to share with you guys. And he, looked towards Natea and asked her if he could adopt her and Nate. And then I was on the other side of the table, so Brian and Clay looked the other way and asked me if they could adopt me. And I lost it. I was just ugly cry, mascara running down the face.
The process for Lupe's adoption was a little bit different in the fact that from when we asked, our marriage wasn't recognized. Ultimately, we said if we have to go to DC to do the adoption, we'll do that as well. But luckily, October came around, recognition happened, and it moved along pretty quickly.
It was a surreal experience, but I wouldn't have it any other way. All the tears that we cried were all good tears. We laughed, we hugged. It was a wonderful experience.
Legalizing the adult adoption for me was very special. Since it wasn't something I ever thought would happen, I had a lot of pride in that day. To think that I was a part of that and will be forever was like, I don't know how to explain it. It was a freeing feeling because I never had to wonder. If they'd go away, they're stuck with me for life. And I didn't know that all raising our hands together and accepting it together and taking that vow of family together, I didn't know how much it would fill my heart up. I have a birth certificate, right? Everyone does. And there's 2 names on it, and I don't know them. I don't know those people. I'm grateful that they brought me into this world, 100%. But now I'm gonna have a birth certificate with 2 parents on there who I know love me 100%. We are a huggy family, a loving family, a joking family. We laugh out loud, we love out loud, and that's just who we are. It may represent a lot of things to a lot of people, and I love that. If it inspires other people to adopt or foster or be more confident in being a foster care family or adoptive family, then that's beautiful. But I love that when we're all together, it's just family.